Alright, what you see here is a Casablanca Four Seasons 3 hugger ceiling fan. I got this from Brandon C. Johnson back in June of 2016. The fan is from November of the year 2000, and I bought this from him because these are very big childhood fans for me. Not just exact model, but or possibly because I do remember seeing fans just like this as a kid, but I'm not sure if they were the Casablanca version. They were, I know Emerson had these type of fans as well. And just there was so many fans that had this design as a kid that makes these childhood fans for me. The Littleton type housing, 5-bladed fan, 52 inches. Polished brass or white. They are childhood for me. So I figured I might as well get this from him, and it's been one of my favorite fans in the collection. Not the top 10, not top 20, but it's just one of my favorites that I'm not getting rid of at all. So yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite generic huggers that I have in my collection. So for those who don't know, they did make two versions of the Four Seasons 2, or I don't know if they made the Four Seasons 2 as a hugger as well, but I think they started doing it with the 3. But they made a hugger version, which is what you see here, and the downward version, which is the one that people tend to see more often. And I like both versions. I like them quite a bit, even though they're nothing really special. Just the look of them is very childhood for me. And yeah, do you want to get a white one of these at some point? There's been quite a few of them that show up on OfferUp or and such, new in box, in my state, but for some reason the people just don't want to ship them out. Okay, I can't. They're a bit far from me, and I even offered to pay shipping, but they don't want to ship, and they still on for sale to this day, most of them. So, but at some point I'll find one. So, yeah. And I do have the download version in white, which I'm possibly selling at some point. I'm not sure yet, but this one I'm not selling at all. Yeah, it's a nice fan. If they still made these fans, I'd recommend them if you needed like a hugger fan for someone that has low ceilings. I mean, these weren't that expensive. They were like $100, I think, new. But yeah, I still see them on eBay every now and then. But I just rather try not. If I knew I could find them cheap, I'd rather just find one cheap instead of paying $100 for them and such. But yeah, full chain you see on this fan is not original. It's actually one of the ones from the Casablanca pan number 2 in my bedroom. I just took off the emblem on it with the chain on it just to put it on this one, because I do know that when these fans were being sold, they would have used this version of the Casablanca logo full chain, the chrome and brass one. So I figured I put it on here just to make it look more like it did back when we would have bought it back in the day. But yeah. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start the fan off on low speed. I can always picture these fans like. I remember there was like a place I went with my dad a while back. They had like a fan. It might have been this exact fan, like a Four Seasons 3 hugger, and polished brass. I was like in a camper of some sort. But I just saw fans like these quite a bit as a kid, especially in the white finish. But every time I saw a polished brass one, I found those are the ones I saw in my earlier childhood, so that's why the polished brass one's a big childhood fan for me as well. And I actually wouldn't mind having a white one of these up installed down here. However, I'd rather keep up the Minka Air Mesa because that's a fan that's still being made to this day, and I really rather not have a fan that's not being made no more installed in the basement, unless it's like a quick connect farm machine, something like that are very easy to find. But I'm not saying that these aren't easy to find, but it's just they don't show up as often as said fans. So yeah. And I'm not going to be showing up the bleach oak blades and on the other side. I just really don't like how it looks. And I just don't have the time to do it right now. I'm just showing up the oak blades for the few videos I'm doing of it. So, yeah. I guess you can consider this the first grade since remake I'm filming down here. Well, second one if you can include the arm machine, even though that one wasn't too long ago. But I guess you could just consider it a retest being tested down here and such. It's a Pretty quiet fan. It mounts exactly the same as the Mega Air Mesa. Hence the only reason why I like these type of huggers is they're very quiet. They don't hum that much like other huggers tend to. Aside from low profiles, these are pretty good hugger fans as well. So the best hugger I have is obviously the Highline, which I actually should test down here at some point, but I'm not sure when. And that one I didn't get too long ago. I got it like a year ago, so I had to wait like a little longer before I bring that one back for a remake. It does a good job on low for speed it's going. Has a nice low speed. All right, now for medium. And just for those who don't know, these are basically made by Hunter. So these are technically a Hunter fan, but they're basically all fans from Casablanca after like 1997 were basically Hunters in a way, as they were Hunter owned Casablanca after that, after 1997 or in 1997, I think. So technically they are Hunter fans. This one does use the exact Hunter spinner motor Hunter in it, so it's basically the same performance as a Hunter fan, basically. It has a decent medium speed to it. I honestly feel that if I was like have like a man cave, like some people would call it, although for me I would just call them like a relaxing, a game room. That's how I'd consider it. I could see myself putting one of these up, but not as likely. I'd probably put it like the carousel or like something cooler, I think. Something that really makes it look like a game room. That's just my way of putting it. Though some people I know would prefer something like this. But we'll see what I put up at that point. It is a very quiet hugger fan. That's something I really do like about these fans. Moving some good air on medium. I mean, I remember on Brandon originally was going to put this like in the one of the, I forget what it was, but it's like I forget, like in Vineyard or something like that. Not like the Hampton Vineyard, but I mean, he was intending to put that one there too. But like some for like Vineyard place, it's like a vacation home, something like that that would go to every now and then. He was planning to put this one up there, and I was like telling him, please don't put it there. I really would love to buy it off of him, and I ended up buying from him. You know, he never did end up putting any fans there. I guess the people who owned the place said they just decided to leave the fans that they have there the way they are and such. Alright, let me go ahead and move the fan up to the high speed. If this basement wasn't like, if I didn't have the show so cramped in together, I wouldn't mind keeping a 52-inch fan like this up. But I'd rather just have a 42-inch fan just so like if I need to move stuff from top shelves, I don't risk hitting the blades or like bending them and such. And that's just the main reason why I don't want to keep a 52-inch fan down here. Though I might change my mind at some point, but if I was to put up one, I would rather put up a cheaper fan than this. For me, I feel like this fan is just too good of a... It is a cheaper Casablanca, but I'd rather put up something even cheaper that would probably move almost the same amount of air as this would. Or something that's just not as sentimental to me. But at the same time, I feel like the Make Air does have more of a basement ceiling fan look, to be honest, than this does. So, plus I'd rather have a white fan down here. I really want it to stand out, so if people come down here, it doesn't really blend in as much. Last time I brought people down here, if I had like a brass fan, I noticed I did see like, oh wow, if I didn't notice, if If it was in white, they wouldn't have noticed it. That's what they keep telling me. So that's the reason why I only keep the white ceiling fans installed down here. Right up close, you can hear the air movement. I shut it off and just spit down. I put it on reverse. I mean, like most of the floor tests, not the floor tests, the ceiling fans I'm testing out here, a lot of these videos are pre-recorded, so if I say something like about certain fans of like what I'm testing next, or what I've already tested, just know that some of them have already been recorded and such. But yeah, I just rather film few and then like upload one by one. I just film them when I had the time to, so at least I can have some fans videos out for you guys in the next few weeks. And then once I run out, I'll start filming some more of them. Spin down on this fan, I forgot it wasn't really that long. I'm guessing whoever owned it before didn't use it all too much. Right now for reverse. And now for medium. Alright, and now for high. And this Casablanca logo, I don't know if I showed it up close earlier. Yeah, I do feel quite a breeze coming over here while it's on reverse. Alright, I shut it off. And that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.